And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are back inside of Minecraft, and we're back with another creative recap. I know it's pretty soon after the last one, but I wanted to get stuff done, so I did get stuff done, and I feel like I have enough for an episode, so we're going to go through real quick. I haven't done a ton, but I have done enough that I feel like it's enough for an episode, so we'll see. So first off, in the town, I went ahead and removed the old building, which I'm pretty sure wasn't done until this episode. I don't think I did that last time. But I built a statue in its place. It's nothing super fancy, but it's there. And I kind of like it, you know? It's one of those things where, I actually like it more the more I look at it. So, I've kind of, it's grown on me. I think that's it for the village. I didn't do a pixel art this week just because, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. So then if we go down to the cave, which pretty soon is going to take the entire episode just to go through the cave. Don't worry, once we hit the crater that I showed last episode, it'll go a lot faster since I'll just head through there. And life will be easier. So for the next section of the cave, I want something a bit different. We got a moss area. So like just everything's completely overgrown with moss. Copper stairs. I quite like it. I feel like it fits as kind of a area to start transitioning it back into more cave related things without it feeling too weird. Like it kind of it's stark contrast from the bright in stone down into the dark moss. However, I feel like the entrance here does a pretty good job of kind of transitioning it. So it kind of like it's such a stark contrast that the idea is just kind of to give that feel when you enter that you're clearly in a different section. And then this is going to go forward, and the ravine is a straight shot from here, so we'll be there soon, which is very exciting. Now then, let's come around here and just drop down here. Come on up, and bam, back up here. Then I also have 2 new characters created. I went ahead and did 2 this week because I wanted to add my skin, and then I also wanted a thumbnail. So we got Sapnap skin for the thumbnail. I couldn't find a good way to do the hair kind of going over the bandana with it being 3D, so I went ahead and just went with the 2D. I also feel like that matches the characters next to it a bit better. So in the back you can still clearly tell the bandana is there, but it's not as nice as it could be if I could have found a good way to mix it with 3D. I should probably switch this out here to be skin, except for, yeah, that works like that. Yeah. I was just noticing it was a little weird that there's that black strip there, but that's why. So, just had to fix it real quick. Then, if we come over here, we got Monopoly Man. I needed to add my new skin in, so I felt like it was good to just get it in. Now, one pet peeve I have is I did end up putting this one next to Dream instead of Sapnap skin, which would have made a lot more sense, but I'm not doing it any rhyme or reason. It's just kind of adding skins I like. I also went ahead and cleared out the area. This is also pretty largely flattened out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more skins down here or not, or if I'm just going to continue them down in this row. I'm probably going to just continue them down in this row. So I might do some landscaping here to kind of restore it back to being naturally generated sort of looking. But for the moment, I went ahead and cut it back. So then that way it's a bit wider open in this area. Just because it felt weird having it like over here being all the way up to here for the statues. So I went ahead and just tore it back. And I might do something here. I'm not honestly sure yet. For the moment, this is this kind of a transitionary period for this area. We're definitely going to be looking at other stuff to do with this in the future. And then the other thing for today is I did a lot of transforming with this. This is actually where a bulk of my work this week came in. Or not this week, but the last couple days. So first off, you might notice that the top is now pretty much a straight drop from being on the normal area down, compared to before where there was explosions out like all the way to here, and it would go down like 8 blocks here, and then just, I don't know, it was weird. So I went ahead and fixed it and made it, you know, a bit more accurate feeling. And then I also set it up so that for the most part it comes to the edge of the sandstone. That way, you know, it kind of makes sense that it's not falling down. Now, even then, you know, sandstone could probably come up a little higher, like over here, and, you know, a couple things like that. So definitely not done with it by a long shot, but, you know, I do have it in a much better situation up here. Then as we go down, we got this section, which is kind of to give off the feel of the ruins. Whoops. Like, there used to be something here, but, you know, the years eroded it away. Now just kind of the remains of a couple pillars and stuff remain, but besides that, it's flat stone and all that. Also, you'll notice the walls are really smooth everywhere. It took a second to come through and smooth everything out, but I did get it all pretty smooth all the way down. I feel like it looks a lot better that way. But then if we come down to here, we got kind of a natural area. We got a tree, you know, all that, you know, kind of a pond, just to give off, you know, kind of a nice vibe. I want to add, you know, another 1 or 2 platforms throughout here, especially as we're going to have that coming through. I did flatten it going all the way down. I made a flat layer bedrock instead of what it was before. And the smoothing isn't quite as perfect down here. You know, this, I was a little more hurried once I hit this point, so, you know, it's just a bit less refined, but it's still a lot better than it was before, for sure. And I also want something kind of put in on the bottom. And just as a note, let me look at this real quick. If we go through, I believe it's this wall, yeah. So right now, at the point that the tunnel's at, it'll come out right here. I'm not sure if I want to bump it up a bit or down a bit, so then that way the cave will come out above or below this. I think it's going to depend. Like, I might bring it down to about here and then put a platform right here to just kind of even it out. But where it stands right now, it'll be coming through here. There's going to be ups and downs coming through here. I don't think I'm going to make it a straight shot unless, as I'm terraforming over here, I decide that I really like where it's coming out, so I'm just going to kind of make it a straight shot. But for the moment, I'm assuming it'll change a bit up or down. And if I bring it up, I might have it come through at about this point and then put something down around this level here. So a lot to be decided with this, but, you know, it'll come out pretty nicely regardless, I think. Like, it's already in a situation where it's clearly coming along really nicely, so I'm not super stressed about where it's going. And then, yeah, I think that's all. As I said, not too much, but enough that I felt like I'd done enough to get an episode done. And one of the things right now is the stuff that I'm the most passionate on working on, like this crater and the characters and stuff. You know, I'd already done all that stuff already, and I wasn't really feeling doing anything else. And one of the things with this series is it's very much so one of my passion projects. Like, I don't do it for, you know, views or anything like that, as with a lot of my content where, you know, one of my main goals is to make good content and have it go out there. This is mostly just a series to give me encouragement to continue working on some of the builds and stuff that I'm enjoying working on. So as a result, you know, like, I decided I didn't want to do a pixel art. I feel like that's fine, you know, because, you know, it's mostly just about showing you guys what I've done and less about, you know, building to show you guys, if you get what I mean, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at currently. And, you know, right now, as I mentioned, stuff I'm enjoying working on the most is like the cave stuff and the characters. So that's for sure where, you know, I'm going, at least for now. But I don't want to make any promises on where anything's going for certain, because I could decide tomorrow that I want to take my builds a completely different direction. And how the series is going, I feel like it's fine regardless of how I take it. But anyway, guys, that is all for this one. I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.